Let's start out with a story from Capitol Hill, where House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy fired back at Rep. Madison Cawthorn of North Carolina. If you recall, earlier this week, Cawthorn claimed members of Congress used drugs in front of him and invited him to a adult party. McCarthy said that Cawthorn has, quote, lost my trust and called the claims exaggerated and unacceptable.
I just told him he's lost my trust. He's going to have to earn it back. And I laid out to everything that I find is unbecoming and you can't just say you can't do this again. I mean, he's got a lot of members very upset.
I don't know. Kevin doth protest too much, or whatever Shakespeare said. Sounds like McCarthy snitching on himself. The option to say nothing is always available, but weirdly never actually accepted. Now, any normal person would have replied, he said they do what at what kind of parties? I am flabbergasted at these facetious allegations. Instead, he replied like somebody who's mad the bro code was broken. Now, to be fair, the bro code was broken. He got on a podcast and sang like Bruno Mars for no reason. Cocaine, they're using cocaine. All right, the moral of this story is be careful hanging out with your coworkers, because you never know who might put your business out there. Let's head out to Ashburn, Virginia for our next story, so I bet you know the topic. Former Washington Commanders quarterback Alex Smith appeared on the Rich Eisen show and said drama in the organization from ownership on down has had an impact on the product on the field.
A lot of distractions, that entire organization, everything surrounding it, and obviously deservedly. It's been flawed the last 20 years. There's a lot of stuff going on there, a lot of distractions, and it makes it difficult to kind of focus in on the football.
See, this is the opposite of that first story. I wanted to hear more. Tell your story, because what you said was like a okay, Captain Obvious kind of answer, but it does carry special weight when somebody like Alex Smith says it, because this man almost lost a leg for this team. When he acknowledges the dysfunction, you got to respect it. Now, we shouldn't trust the Snyders to run a fantasy league at this point, let alone a real one, though Dan would probably find a way to cause a scandal in your fantasy league as well. I'm glad Alex Smith is retired now so he can give an insider's perspective about the chaos, but now I still feel kind of bad about RG3 and making fun of that tell-all book. I'm just playing. I don't feel bad about that at all. I do hope current and former players keep the dirt coming. Maybe one day the league will finally say enough is enough and Donald Sterling this guy, but I won't be holding my breath. Let's head out to Long Branch, New Jersey for this next story, where volunteers set a record picking up well over 513,000 pieces of trash from state beaches this past year, and they found a lot of strange things left behind in the process. Some of the recovered items include male-enhancement pills, a set of braces, bullet casings, glow-in-the-dark birth control. Wait a minute. Did that say? Yes, that does in fact say glow-in-the-dark birth control. Also a fake eyeball. Now that is a weird list of things to find, even for folks partying in New Jersey. I mean, maybe the guy with the missing eye just needed to use that glow to help find where he left it. You know what? I'm not even going to try and create a backstory for all of this, because the truth is probably way wilder. We are talking about Jersey, and all this time I thought Jersey Shore was just entertainment. Turns out it was a documentary. These finds sound like something from a really weird episode of Fantasy Feud. Name something you wouldn't expect to see on a beach in New Jersey, but would probably see on a beach in New Jersey. A thong. Survey says that's the #1 answer. How about a mini fridge? Survey says ding, ding, ding. Yeah, that is the #2 answer. Fantastic. How about dignity? What were you thinking? I said New Jersey. Man, how they not gonna use my ad lib about the soiled Dodge Corolla seat? Y'all are wild. And yes, they found a way to make a Dodge Corolla that is only in Jersey. It is disappointing that people left so much trash at the beach, but commendably, more than 10,000 volunteers cleaned up the state's 127-mile coastline. Hopefully next year's cleanup will be lighter and less disturbing. My favorite story. Come on. You know it got to be Kevin McCarthy dry snitching on himself by going after Madison Cawthorn for dry snitching on lawmakers. Next time, remember that no comment is your friend.